All right, so we're back on. I just set up another game, so we're already 3 out of 4. For those that are watching and may or may not be familiar with colonist.io, it's just a really good platform and website to be able to play Settlers of Catan online. At the moment there are just over 1,900 players online. And as you can see, it's fairly quick and easy to get a game going. So here we go again. Yeah, that last game was kind of brutal. Yeah, thanks for following us, Hikerman. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I think we're third to pick on this board, so it'll be interesting to see what's left for us. But just initial thoughts here. Yeah, the 5, 9, 10 makes sense. I think the other player might go for this other 5, 9, 10. But either the 8, 4, 10, 5, 9, 10. I think those are the two. Pardon me. The two best options for us here with the third choice. It would be nice to get onto, yeah, so he goes 8, 4, 10. Definitely makes sense. Going to be interesting to see where he builds the road there. So that's actually really, really good for what I was hoping to be able to do here, which is to get on the 5, 9, 10. Pretty solid ore, wheat, and wool production on our first settlement. I mean, in an ideal world, we're going to be able to to jump on like the 8, 3, 4, but I tend to believe that that's not going to be available to us. But we'll see what the blue player does here. What I will do is just say hi to everyone in the in-game chat. And yeah, for those that are new to the channel, maybe watching in the future on YouTube, my name is Ziggy, TryNiceGames. I live in Australia, and I started this channel to sort of share my love of board games and have a bit of fun, play some games. In the future, I hope to be able to stream some actual physical board games. As you can see behind me there, I have quite a few. And one of the ideas that I have as well is to be able to play either on stream or off stream, I guess. We'll sort of see how that goes with, members of the community, so followers, subscribers, etc. So if you're interested in catching us live, come to twitch.tv, look for us there, TryNiceGames. Or alternatively, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram and just get in touch there. And yeah, we'll try to set something up in the future. But for starters, since this is kind of a new endeavor for me, I figure the easiest way to start things up is just to play some games on online through a web browser and build a community that way. For those that are watching on Twitch, I do have some videos up on YouTube, so you can look for us there as well. There should be a link on our page. I've highlighted a few cool games from the previous stream, and if we have some cool games on this stream, I'll potentially upload some of that stuff onto YouTube as well. So, yeah, so no 834. That was to be expected. So this is a really interesting question here. The idea of doing this actually feels pretty good to me. So doubling up on ore production and then having a road in hand to begin with and trying to build up to double up on the 10 and get a 3-1 port that way, and then basically lock our way into to the 9 wheat because it's so far from everyone else. Although blue does have a pretty decent road building setup here, so it's not bad for them. I mean, that seems like the most logical spot for us. So yeah, we're gonna go for that. The question, I'm only just kind of looking at where I want to go, and I think going up makes sense, so we can maybe you know, in the future double up there or somehow get onto the 411. So I'm just going to try this. Again, I think our, you know, obviously our lumber and clay production here with 311 is not ideal, but it sort of gives us that road to begin with, and then if we can find our way onto this 3-1 port, that should be pretty decent for us. So I wonder if he's gonna aim upward. He's starting without any wheat, so slightly a bizarre choice. Yeah, he has to try to get on some of the wheat here somehow. So that's actually not bad for us as well. I think blue and red are gonna sort of fight over building kind of to the right-hand side, to the east, and that will leave us, you know, a bit of time to get the resources that we need to double up here, or maybe get on there. But yeah, I would like to lay a road down fairly quickly, just to not hold all of those resources in our hand for too long, because we're probably going to get targeted at some point. But yeah, with that being said, if you're watching this live, please don't be shy, say hello in the chat. Let us know where you're from, if you have any questions. You know, if you're questioning my strategy, please let me know. I don't presume to be an expert in this game. I have played quite a bit. Love, you know, all board games, love strategy games. This game specifically is obviously a bit more, or not, I shouldn't say a bit more, but there's definitely a big luck factor in this game, just with the dice rolling aspect of it. So as soon as you incorporate such a huge significance to dice rolling and numbers rolling out in your favor, then yeah, you need the dice gods to be on your side to win a game of Catan. That's for sure. But yeah, it looks like we might be in position to try and arrange a trade here for something with our ore. So I don't mind trading the ore early on to be able to maybe get that first settlement down. So if somehow we get a 9 or an 11, I'll trade an ore for the other resource. But yeah, I mean, if that rolls, we're just gonna end our turn and wait another round to see what happens. Yeah, blue is pretty quick there, but again, the problem for blue is going to be the lack of ore in this game. So it's typically very difficult to win without the ore production. With that being said, he does have the potential of getting to this lumber port. It has a lot of lumber production. I mean, you never know, right? I'm not gonna. I've been wrong so many times about, like, you know, saying that player X or Y doesn't have a chance to win, and then next thing you know, they're the player that wins the game. But all things being equal, I think that the most dangerous player here is going to be the green player with like a really strong ore wheat sheep setup and development card strategy. That's always a kind of a recipe for a solid game, at least being in contention. Yeah, we haven't been producing much recently, but hopefully we start getting some cards soon. Yeah, wanting the wheat. As far as targeting a spot, I think we're gonna kind of start out with trying to hit that 10 wheat. Yeah, so I think, I mean, if I can get this trade, I'll definitely take it. Not interested. Very interesting that they're not interested. So we have 6 cards. I think we're just going to have to wait another round here. I don't want to take a development card and hurt our chances to settle. I think the settlement is a bit more important than a development card at this stage of the game. That's my thought process anyway. But yeah, being able to settle, getting onto the 3-1 port. It'll be interesting to see what the red player goes after next. I suspect that he's going to try and head up north and get onto the 3 ore there. But we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, more clay coming out. So I will try this trade again. Quite a lot of clay has come out, so maybe now they're going to be happy to make that trade. And if not, I think we're just going to have to wait another turn. Yeah, I mean, asking for 2 ore for 1 clay there seems a bit greedy. Yeah, we're definitely going to drop a city. Okay, so he wants to go that way. I mean, again, I just that to me, like, it would be nice to be able to get that, but that is not the critical spot for us here. We'll try this one more time, because if we get it, we get it, and if not, we don't. But we don't have to make the trade if you don't want. It's up to you, man. Alright, we're just going to do that and move on. He might try to rob us, but... Okay, so he does go after green. Yeah, green has gone pretty hard onto the development card deck straight away, so... It's definitely an interesting start. I mean, yeah, like I said, I think we're going to have a bit of a challenge in terms of, you know, being able to kind of build roads and settle. One of the advantages for us is that green is in an even worse position than us in that regard. So, you know, even if we're not going to technically be able to get onto the 411, even if we're not going to be able to get onto the 411, we might be able to just kind of build in that direction, which I'm happy to do as well. So yeah, red has made the decision that he wants to kind of plow our development, which is fair enough. Yeah, our lumber gets taken, so that's a bit annoying, but if green wants to target us, they can target us. Yeah, nothing we can do, unfortunately. Yeah, so I mean, I think from Red's perspective, like you know, I think what he's doing makes sense. You know, he'll build a settlement here, go up here, build a settlement here, and then try to get a city down on that 8-4-10, which is a pretty solid spot. But yeah, it would have been really nice to have that 9 wheat open. But yeah, I mean, if we're gonna have to burn ore to complete a settlement, we're just gonna have to do that. I can live with that outcome if that's what happens. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Red steals all of the ore as well. Yeah, so red is definitely now the player to beat. It's pretty brutal. Monopolizing the ore straight away. So there's no intersection between red and blue. I guess there is this one. That doesn't really hurt red as much. Yeah, I guess we just have to do that. That's just the way to go, and we'll move on. Yeah, I'm less sad about the 10 ore being blocked. Yeah, I'll just point this out. I mean, it's not the kind of thing that needs to be said. Yeah, that's actually not a bad card for us. So I'll try to do a trade like this. Yeah, with the road build, we're now like in a position to try and get something pretty decent down, so we can kind of potentially do both. We could steal this spot from him. That's actually a really good thing for us to do. Yeah, I kind of forgot that he wasn't there, so. So yeah, blockading him makes a lot of sense for us. green takes the army. I mean, even if he blocks the 9, which is fair enough, I mean, he still should hit the red player. Yeah, we can't really do much with that, so unless we can get like this for that, or wool for lumber. See if any of these trades exist. I mean, I'm doubtful, but if they do, we can drop another settlement, which would be nice. But again, with that being said, yeah, one of the keys to settling there, by the way, I mean, obviously taking a spot away from the red player who's kind of run away here at the beginning with 8 points. Another advantage is that it basically blocks them from getting onto a 3-1 port. So the only port that they'll have access to most likely is just the ore port, which means that at least as far as being able to kind of get something going quickly here, they're yeah, I mean, I'll do ore for wheat. If he wants to do that, I'll do that. Cool. Yeah, so that helps us get another settlement as well. There's an argument to be made for us to try and get a development card, but I think that the settling situation, again, just locking red out here, maybe getting on some more lumber makes sense. I would like to think that red is going to go for blue and green somewhere, but he might go for the 9 ore. I do think that the 10 wheat makes the most sense, yeah. That was kind of the one I was eyeing initially. Yeah, we're at 7 cards, and we get the clay. So, I mean, it's worth trying something like this. Now, yeah, we'll just do this. I mean, I may as well. So again, taking away another potential development spot from the red player is really good for us. I would like to see the blue player take the road. Just long-term wise, I think that makes it sort of harder for red to get the win. It means that he's going to have to compete for another thing and sort of waste resources, you know, to build like these 2 roads, for example, where you know, he doesn't really want to have to do that, I don't think. So, yeah. From our perspective, yeah, so he's definitely going for it. He realizes that he needs to guarantee that I can't lock him out of that spot, which is fine. I mean, I'm obviously not worried about road, and there's kind of nothing I can do about it anyway. So, from our perspective, I would like to obviously drop a city here, road settle over here if I can. The green player has been getting plowed really, really hard. Yeah, so definitely still going for the red player, but blocking our wheat production, which is a bit painful, but yeah, again, I makes me wonder if Yeah, so blue is playing an interesting port strategy here, so the wheat port isn't too bad for them, and I think once they settle on the lumber port, they're actually doing quite well. So a 9 would be really nice for us, of course. I would just immediately grab a development card here. The 5, however, doesn't really do much for us at this stage. I mean, I could try to just, yeah, I mean, I think we need to get moving here, so just go 3 to 1, try to expand up in that direction. See what blue decides to do. Yeah, trying to hit red in the wheat department, which also hurts us, of course. Yeah, that's such a shame that the 9 is blocked when it finally rolls, and again. Yeah, I mean, those 2 9s would have been really killer for us if they were both open. But yeah, such is the game of Settlers of Catan. Sometimes you have the robber kind of blockading your production, and it really becomes kind of a hindrance to your game and being able to develop here. But yeah, the blue player is obviously way ahead in the army race, and there's really no chance of anyone catching them. And of course, the additional problem with that is the fact that they're going to continue blocking red and us in combination. So yeah, blue plays a knight, goes back to us. I'm very confused as to why he would try to rob us here. It just doesn't make any sense. Taking longest road. I mean, I guess he just assumes that he's going to outbuild the road against red. Yeah, that still unfortunately doesn't give us the settlement, which is slightly frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. So 2 lumber. What's he doing? He wants to take the road back. Interesting. Yeah, so they can fight for road all they want. I mean, we're really not worried about that. So I'll do like a wool for clay. I'll do a wool for lumber. I'll do an ore for wheat. Okay, so that worked. Yeah, we just really want to get, another point down, lock another spot for ourselves. Oh, I just moved the board a little. Yeah, that's nice. So yeah, cards are really good for us, of course. With a 3-1 port, we're going to be able to get the burn going. Yeah, the green player is really strong. As far as development cards, I should say. Sorry. So yeah, 4 development cards and 5 armies. So he's really just going full out on trying to monopolize all of the victory points. Yeah, that gives us 2 wheat, so we'll do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for 2 wheat. Drop a city. Keep going. Nice. So that's huge in theory. Again, my main concern here is that 7s are going to roll, and now we're potentially the ones with the target on our back. But even still, with 10 cards, we should be able to keep 5. So, okay, so he went for 2 lumber. So my expectation here, yeah, road and settle. That makes sense for him. Buys another development card. Another development card. So he's probably at 9. He is probably at 9. So red takes the longest road again. I mean, I don't even think there's anywhere for us to settle if we wanted to. Like, where do we build another settlement other than there? But how do we get there? I mean, 1, 2. So we would need to have 2 roads and a settlement. I mean, in theory, if we roll a 4 or 11, I might go down that path. If we roll a 5, I don't think we can do anything substantial in that department. So what do we do? Yeah, I mean, I think that's the way to go. Oh wow. Yeah, development card for the win. Yeah, that was a really interesting game. Really, really tight. Like red and blue were fighting there for the longest road, so it was sort of between everybody was essentially like 8, 9 points. I'm surprised green only had. Wow, he only had 1 victory point with 5 development cards. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, the green player just commenting that was chaos. Yeah, so really interesting game, really cool. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I may upload that game to YouTube later, so if you're watching on YouTube in the future, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to join us for a live stream. Look for TryNiceGames on twitch.tv.